focus scar.
No, mostly can be anywhere, like here. Top of the stairs.
Actually, they will set the point like with mana. For the shake, please, because we pull it anyway. Start now. The sample needs to be poison on shaky. Which wing next?
Let's go military. So I'm gonna roll this out just straight up. All hits. Three rolls in the regions. About time, you know. It's about fucking time. I think we can zigzag, not gonna lie. Like healers just need to be on the top. Wait. Doors. Do some flash of light rank 1. Let's see, start. Spamming the flash of light rank 1. I'll give the tanks a couple of seconds here, guys. And this is also a perfect spot to use lip. Any counter points, C-Star?
Yeah, okay.
Good? Yeah. Full time when you're ready.
Coming.
Give tanks a couple of seconds, guys, please. Give them a couple of seconds. Don't put the DPS yet. Okay, let's do it. Sharp 7 seconds.
I think he didn't hit me once, but
No, but like if you didn't have the comp points, it would have stuck. I'm pretty sure. Medical's nice to
so
see.
double exits, guys, so don't go in. Do not go in if you're not like or do the check. Fast, they all kind of
Now I'm feeling better. Ooh, Gucci gang, yeah, I'm a trendsetter. Gucci gang, bustin' up my bitch, bumped it off with my sweater. Ooh, I'm a drug addict, I'm rich, I'm my professor. Man, fuck school. Gang full of drug addicts. Ooh, take a lot of shit, forgot what happened. I ain't gon' lie, I got it, swear to God, you can't be on my status. Start the day off with a fight, I'ma show you how to live life, take a lot of drugs, don't think twice, wow. I do this every day and all night,
wait. Or move, guys. Don't talk, guys. Almost dead, guys. Definitely dead. Nice.
Do you roll out pets? That's right. Good, that's your pets. So we're only down on one side. Just put your pets right here. Put them here, and put them on step, on stay, hold, right there. Okay. And passive and stay, okay? Okay, nice ninja pull. The hook got locked. See,
Thank.
Stay vanish.
Yeah, I can.
But Shapey, you need to do the tanking. You're gonna have to do all the tanking, so... Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Dars, nice ninja.
Me.
You running for the rune was ninja pulling the boss.
Oh, shit.
FYI. Yeah. Like,
You can see I don't only do this shit.
yeah. You should be fine though. Like, you should be totally fine.
Lancy, go to the left a little bit further. No. Maybe it's so late that we can heal ourselves first. Yeah, always. The no heal up is more hectic.
No, bro. Does not work that way.
I got healing somehow. Oh, how did you get healing? Complicated. Your Divine Storm heals me. Your Divine Storm heals me. So shoot Divine Storm to the fucking pen. Divine Storm.
Shapey, you need to tank on both sides. Shapey, hello. Yeah. So everyone stack on close to the priest. Just we're gonna watch on two sides now. So Shapey can easily training from other blocks. These guys do.
Let the strong
I
charge.
see what you.
Wouldn't have changed that much because the pet instant died. Like, I don't know why.
The pit must be on
Should
passive,
the normal
right?
way.
Yeah, the pet was on passive, but it died pretty fast. It died at wave 7 or 8.
Yeah, we'll do it normal way. Like, we're not wasting time doing stuff that we usually do. It's better just to do it safe and
But
easy.
how did we keep the pets alive in the other tries? With the para or something?
No, they just, well, they do get passive healing, but it's also when there's 3 pets, usually. By the time one of them dies.
Actually, you know, the
it's-
brutal murder and public execution of this guy, it's actually very touching. One of the greatest romance novels of our time. Why? Because the shooter has a trans partner. Therefore, it's automatically romantic. What a lovely story of this guy protecting the love of
Russland
his
will
life.
provozieren.
Oh,
Russland will
shit, dude.
zeigen, dass es sich von den Entscheidungen der NATO, zum Beispiel die Luftverteidigung an der Ostflanke zu stärken, nicht beeinflussen lässt. Und Russland testet sozusagen die Reaktion und die Reaktionsfähigkeit der NATO-Staaten und der einzelnen Staaten aus. Das ist halt eine weitere Provokation wie die 19 Drohnen in Polen. Und Russland wird immer mutiger in der Art und Weise, wie es provoziert.
Und wie kann die NATO verhindern, dass sie von Putin regelrecht vorgeführt wird?
Naja, zunächst einmal ist es jetzt an der NATO, die Abschreckung zu stärken. Also sich zu überlegen, wie kann man solche Vorfälle in Zukunft verhindern, dass Russland überhaupt nicht auf die Idee kommt, hier irgendwelche Mechanismen der Verteidigung auszutesten. Und der zweite Punkt ist natürlich, dass man über die EU jetzt klare Nachrichten auch senden kann, dass wenn so etwas nochmal vorkommt, direkt Sanktionen folgen werden. Also das nennt man dann horizontale Eskalation. Das sind die 2 Möglichkeiten, die zur Verfügung stehen.
Das Stichwort horizontale Eskalation. Die EU hat ja gerade erst gestern ein neues Sanktionspaket vorgelegt, das inzwischen 19. Aber wie sehr haben die bisherigen Sanktionen denn Russland überhaupt geschadet?
Naja, es ist ja nicht so, dass die Sanktionen Russland überhaupt nicht schaden. Wir wissen immer, oder wir wussten von Anfang an, Sanktionen dauern sehr lange, bis sie wirken. Und wir sehen, dass sie wirken, aber die EU ist halt schlechter drin, Sanktionslücken zu schließen. Das betrifft Sekundärsanktionen auf Staaten, die weiterhin Exporte beziehen und die dann nach Russland umleiten. Die EU ist noch immer nicht entschlossen genug, das eingefrorene Vermögen der Russen, den Ukrainern zur Verfügung zu stellen. Also wir sanktionieren Russland, es zeigt Wirkungen, Auswirkungen, aber wir sind schlechter drin, Sanktionslücken zu schließen. Wir beziehen ja noch immer Öl aus Russland zum Beispiel.
Ja, gerade gestern ging es ja jetzt auch darum, ob man russisches Vermögen noch stärker beschlagnahmen und dann in der Ukraine zum Beispiel einsetzen könnte. Besteht da ein direkter Zusammenhang? Also die EU-Finanzminister spekulieren offen über mögliche weitere Sanktionsmechanismen und kurze Zeit später dringen dann Kampfjets in den NATO-Luftraum ein?
Nein, ich glaube, der Zusammenhang ist zu sehen zu dem, was die Allianz vor 3 oder 4 Tagen beschlossen hat, nämlich diese Operation Eastern Sentry, die die Luftverteidigung an der Ostflanke stärken soll nach dem Drohnenvorfall. Russland führt hier die NATO vor und Russland zeigt sozusagen, dass es keine Angst vor der NATO hat. Die NATO ist ja dazu da, abschreckend zu wirken, dass so etwas überhaupt nicht passiert. Indem so etwas passiert, zeigt Russland sozusagen, dass es nicht an die abschreckende Wirkung der NATO.
Group 2 right plus Artemis and everyone else left side. Healers just split up. One priest on each side. And Karduk, you can stay on left side. I'll drop a feast over here. You can, I suppose. Once Kaduk is alive, yes, go for it.
Supported and grown so many fucking careers, even of like socialists and shit. I have no problem doing that. But now, if you're like a socialist and you literally want liberalism to fail, then I mean, yeah, maybe we're in like a weird battle where we don't have the same goals. What is this? Destiny nukes any potential on bridge. Says Trump taking action on Lebanon would be a godsend. Also says Pikers controlled opposition. He is, and that's true.
Meg's gonna get some water, please.
This is very stupid. When fascists are coming to power, leftists being attacked is not a godsend for liberals. You can see how well that panned out in Germany in World War II. The fighting between the communists and the social democrats is one of the main reasons Hitler came to power. It's just a lie. This lie got repeated so much on BreadTube and lefty communities. It's just totally divorced from history. It's just not true. It's that whole like liberals always give way to fascists. It's just absolutely not true. The SPD was completely and totally 100% unified in their opposition to the Nazi Party. Like they always were. Well, not maybe always, but like when it came time to when they were like becoming like a political movement. I don't know, at the very beginning. I mean, they were generally opposed to
Darcy can come right
any of
side
the
as
liberal
well.
people, but the solution is to find solidarity in a common enemy and put differences aside, at least temporarily. The funny thing is what he's describing right now, this is what the KPD and the Nazi Party did. They found solidarity in a common enemy, the liberals, the SPD, and they put differences aside to fight, but then once the Nazis started to gain power, was it the Reichstag fire, I think, is where a fire started. I don't know if people agree necessarily where it came from, but I think the Nazis like capitalized on that to say, oh, that was the commies, and then fucking got all of them out of, I think they arrested almost all of them, right? There were 4 ones that were arrested, 1 was executed. I reject the leftist and liberal fighting. No more online political figures using their egos to drive people apart. Like, it's not an ego battle, it's an ideological battle. It was a commie that did it. Do people agree that it was I wish I could remember the name of the guy. That is that the historical consensus? I don't know if they figured it out 100% who did it, but there was consensus on one figure, I don't remember who it was. But I'm pretty sure that Hitler capitalized on that and used it as an opportunity to ditch to get the communists kicked out of the Reichstag, the Parliament, what do they call it? The problem is that the SPD and KPD weren't infighting. The KPD wanted liberal democracy to fall just as much as the Nazis did. True. If you can't even meet the bare minimum of supporting the party opposing the fascists, how exactly are you in? The German October, even on April 1st, 1933, an appropriately symbolic date for such a proclamation, the Executive Committee of the Comintern resolved, despite the fascist terror, the revolutionary upturn in Germany will inexorably grow. The masses' defense against fascism will inexorably grow. The establishment of an openly fascist dictatorship, which has shattered every democratic illusion in the masses and is liberating the masses from the influence of the Social Democrats, is accelerating the tempo of Germany's development towards a proletarian revolution. I think that the feeling was still throughout Europe. Like if you saw what happened with the is it with the Tsar? Is that what the name of the family was in the Soviet, or not in the Soviet, the Russian Empire? But when that monarch fell to Lenin, people had this thought that all across Europe, everybody was on the verge of this proletariat revolution. It was basically an inevitability that the contradictions of capital and all that bullshit would lead to there being like these socialist uprisings across all of Europe, and it would just happen. Even if the Nazis were to take over, whatever, as long as the Liberal Party was knocked down, the capitalist was on, eventually there would be these proletariat revolutions everywhere. The relative inaction of the communists reflected above all the party leadership's belief that the new government, the last violent dying gasp of a moribund capitalism, would not last more than a few months before it collapsed. Aware of the risk that the party might be banned, the German communists had made extensive preparations for a lengthy period of illegal or semi-legal existence and no doubt stockpiled as substantial a quantity of weapons as they were able. They knew, too, that the Red Front Fighters League would get no support from the Social Democrats' paramilitary associate, the Reichsband, with which it had clashed repeatedly over the previous years. The party's constantly reiterated demands for a unity front with the Social Democrats stood no chance of becoming reality, since it was only willing to enter into it if the social fascists, as it called them, gave up all their political independence and, in effect, put themselves under Communist Party leadership. The party stuck rigidly to the doctrine that the Hitler government signaled the temporary triumph of big business and monopoly capitalism and insisted that it heralded the imminent arrival of the German October, even on April 1st, 1933. With the weight of its internal contradictions, and the Hitler government collapsed under the weight of its internal contradictions, to be followed immediately by the victory of Bolshevism in Germany. Communist inaction, therefore, the product of communist confidence and the illusion that the new situation posed no overwhelming threat. That's why Stalin allied with Hitler. He was getting liberal West and fascists tearing each other down, and then he'd swoop in. Maybe, I don't know exactly what the thought process was there, other than, I'm sure to some extent it was just strategic, but neither side probably really wanted to fight with each other. Why do you think fascists keep winning elections? Which strategies could you adopt from them to win? I think you misinterpret the reason why Trump keeps winning. You need to create messaging for 80 IQ individuals.
You can whisper.
Maybe that helps to some extent. You have to understand that there's going to be some give that I have no desire to participate in, and I would rather just live in a fascist government, okay? Like, if you're typing up some whole manifesto about how, oh no, Destiny, the way to win is you've got to act like a fucking retard, treat everybody like a fucking retard, and lie about fucking everything constantly in order to, assuage the masses, then at that point, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather just live in a fascist. I don't want to have any part in that. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that, okay? In my personal opinion, a big reason why authoritarians or people on the right are taking over was actually, I was talking about like fucking 10 years ago. I think one of the big issues is liberalism and liberal parties, like left-leaning parties, became so predominant and so domineering because it was such a successful way to rule that they kind of became like, the assumption was just that this was the way to run things, and nobody knew how to defend it. Right? It's because it's so obviously the right way to do things. So this is just how things are. And then when people started to challenge it, nobody really knew how to respond to those challenges. Initially, that comes out maybe as like college debates or edgy people on social media or whatever, political rhetoric. And it's, okay, well, we're just going to shout you down or scream you down and shame you until you go away. But I think a growing issue was that real problems started to come up, and it felt like left-leaning parties didn't know how to deal with them honestly and accurately, because it felt like they were making concessions somehow to the right by admitting that these problems existed. So I think that a huge instigator, I think, across Europe was the Syrian refugee crisis, combined with a lot of refugees and asylum seekers from, especially like Northern African, Middle Eastern countries and everything. The inability for left-leaning parties to address problems related to immigration, without just saying like, oh, like religion of peace, lol, or without saying like, oh no, every single immigrant is the same, everybody's equal, everybody's whatever. Like with there, anytime you decide that you're not going to talk about a thing, then what you're telling everybody is the only person you can listen to talk about this thing, probably somebody who is your ideological opponent, right? In the United States, this kind of happened with maybe like the Red Pill or men's rights movements. Like nobody on the left wanted to talk about stuff related to men, and so the only people who were talking about it were fucking Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate. And I think that that's a huge issue. But as of recently, liberals are getting better about it. I say recently, actually. No, over the past few years. Like, I think Gavin Newsom just did a thing that would have been unheard of, I think, even 3 or 4 years ago. This thing,
all right, good.
I can't watch this. Maybe it's in the news. We'll go over it. But Gavin Newsom introduces new programs for young men after Charlie Kirk assassination. But like stuff like this is just so hard to talk about. Destiny, then loss is inevitable. The fascists have a solid plan that has been described in Dugin's Fundamentals of Geopolitics, Refugee Crisis in Europe. It's not an accident. Liberals and democracies are never proactive and constantly are on the defense. Yeah, but that's fine, but you can defend better. I mean, but you have to be on the defense. When you're the predominant power of the world, then, I mean, it's not like you can constantly be on offense. You become defensive at some point. But I mean, it's not like fascist regimes have a good track record. They suck, right? Like our cucked diversity is our greatest strength and everybody should be equal and all that. Those cucked beliefs,
We're still
like,
leaving.
got us to the atom bomb. They got us to space. They made us leaders in every single facet of the world economy, world culture, a center point of everybody around the world bringing their money and capital here, bringing the brightest students here, the brightest engineers.
We're gonna wait for Go though. But yeah, we leave it as usual. Like, it should be piece of piss, to be honest.
I'm on Scar. Got hit by double patrol.
Okay, we're doing this boss without him.
Cannot sum. He's summing.
No, then he can just join. Sure. Start with the thing. One call for swap. Do a hard swap, guys.
I start on Scar.
Sultan, let's go. Make sure you put it into the corner. And as soon as Dane dies, we need to make sure we move to the other side. We don't keep chaining those attacks.
On the left side.
Go, backside, go.
No, come here. Tracy.
No,
Come.
no, together. Move in, more. A lot more into the corner. Come on. Move. Thank you, that's fine. Swap to Mograine. Hard swap onto Mograine. Back on Thane. No, we need to kill him. He needs to die here. No, he needs to die. Go on, kill him. Stop moving. Other side. Run. Ranged after this, you go for more. Stop. Sorry. Edibles, Buffy, and myself, and go Zeliek. Rest of you go for Brumo. No more melees on Brumo, please. Three melees tops. You need to go out. Melees, get the fuck out. Get away from Zeliek. Come on.
Just call out.
Get away.
Move.
You're tweeting us.
T-Star is coming to Zeliek.
Three melees tops. On Zeliek. Third mark is incoming. That we swapped. Once again, 3 melees tops in ready range. Right, move. Void zone. 3 stacks. So again, melees move out from Zeliek, please. Make room.
Not loot the chest. There is nothing in the chest. Do not go in, guys. Just stay away. Do not loot the fucking chest. So, let's move.
Surely we're gonna turn off the construct hard mode, right?
It's hard mode. Good. I hope.
Yeah,
It
we
is,
should
but
not-
we're still gonna
we
have
shouldn't have-
shockies.
Yeah.
What are we going to have?
The shock.
Overcharge.
With the right 3?
Yes, like it's the wings thingy.
Yeah, it's the wing
I think
modifier.
we could change it to, yeah, let's just put military on instead, I guess.
Go back. I thought the right 3 are
Yeah, hard,
always safe.
no. Hard mode 3 is supposed to be plague, arachnid, and military. Like you never pop construct. No, but the military one is like the piss easy one, you know. That's just to do with the bow, dance, pray, whatever. So
That was a good core. Didn't notice actually.
no.
timing. Or move. Maybe we can avoid the big slimes. Do not pull. There's nothing to pull. Okay.
Everyone up. I'll drop a feast. Eat fast. Distract the boss, please. Crows.
Maybe check and pull. So that's 4.
Melees take a dip. You're not gonna die. Since we don't have the thingy. Only heal the tanks. Come on. Don't heal the DPS at all, please. I'm gonna start rolling out some pieces. Just give me here like 2 minutes to do a few pieces of loot. And make sure you trade me as well.
This is up. We could pull the right side first.
Heal up and so on and so on.
Red on top. Like 30, 40 seconds. Yeah.
You can pull these two ahead of us though, while I do some
Okay.
pieces. Just please pay attention to the loot as well.
Stay in this room. Stay in this room. Do not run out of this room. Don't want to fall and hurt yourself. Like I'm doing right now. So now let's move
Dispels, guys, come on.
onto the balcony.
2 times this. Didn't he, my boy?
Boss incoming.
So yeah, that's him. I try to distract the boss a little bit. I can't. I have the dot on me. Someone else distract. We will pull boss as it is. Boss incoming. Don't stand in front of the boss. Boss can't move.
Wait for cooldowns before we do the next bosses.
Here was here was Chappy. I'm doing the ads with slow poison. You are Chappy, guys.
45 seconds and we'll go.
Let's go. Chappy, go. It's on you.
2, 1.
Stay on the right side. If you are a boomy, move a little bit closer to the boss so you don't hit everything. Move the boss if possible.
Just keep backpedaling all the way to the top. Trying shot the sculptors. Come on.
I did.
And again.
Mine on CD.
same positions as last try. I'm on the right side.
Wait for cooldowns here again.
I'm on the right side,
Just
take
stay-
it left. Take it left.
Groups are same as on Gothic, with the exception that Google goes to the left, but we will say that should be fine, I guess. Yeah, you go left side with me. We're still waiting 55 seconds. Come trade me please if you want loot.
Let's try to kill those even. Ready?
5, 4, 3,
Nice, nice, nice. Minus left plus right. Minus left plus right. Save your coolness until you have all the stacks. Vamos. Plus right, minus left.
Flagrant, we are kinda low on the curses right now. We need 10 decurses, so man up. If you can't decurse and you didn't decurse, you get no loot. I promise you.
Well, we only need one tank here, so Shapey can help.
You need to
both
pick up
mages.
dads. Someone pick up dads.
Suck them.
Like if we all stack on top of the boss, the ads will come to us like naturally. So Megs, are you drunk again?
Why?
Because you're so quiet, like. Like not
Uh,
even-
shelter.
Here, the best business owners here, like it works. The model works, right? You just have to be willing.
It's one of the things that people remember. I am concerned that in the press to eliminate encampments in D.C., something similar to that is happening. What is happening to the people who are homeless, often poor, often have a mental health problem or a drug problem? Where are they actually going when these campments are being broken?
So first of all, George, I was 12 years old when the 1996 Summer Games happened in Atlanta, so I don't remember exactly the background there. I was worried about football and fishing and doing all the things that a 12-year-old in southwestern Ohio was worried about. But I think that the question betrays a certain misunderstanding of what we're trying to do and what is the nature of real compassion. I talked earlier about my son being harassed at Union Station a couple of years ago. Now first, as a father, you have some vagrant screaming crazy stuff. I'm sure a lot of us have had this experience where you have some vagrant screaming crazy stuff at your 3-year-old. As a father, my first reaction is grab my son closer, make sure that he's safe. Okay, then you realize the person's not gonna maybe run and charge and attack us. We'll just keep our distance, but then you think, wait a second. Why have we convinced ourselves that it's compassionate to allow a person who's obviously a schizophrenic or suffering from some other mental illness, why is it compassionate to let that person fester in the streets? You see them, they're
damn. Well,
a lot of them have clear mental health issues. A lot of them have clear physical health issues. They're not properly clothed. They're not properly cared for. Some of them are wasting away. The compassionate thing is to have people who are having mental health crises, to get them in treatment, not to let them sit on the streets and yell at our people while they're walking by. And so the president actually signed an executive order to make it easier for some of these people to get access to mental health treatment. And I don't know for the life of me what happened in this country where we decided that the compassionate thing was to let somebody fester on the streets instead of get the treatment that they need. It's very simple to me. And I don't know why we accepted as parents and as grandparents and as people who just want to walk down the street in comfort, why we accepted that it was reasonable to have crazy people yelling at our kids. You should not have to cross the street in downtown Atlanta to avoid a crazy person yelling at your family. Those are your streets, paid for with your tax dollars, and you ought to be able to use them like any other citizen of this country.
I mean, I don't think they ever vote to expand access to these health services or do anything about it. But I mean, it's not necessarily wrong, I think, right? We do have an issue with adults who have huge mental issues being homeless and then having nothing to do with them. I think it's not good. Yeah. He didn't answer the question. Yeah, nobody answers any questions about
5,
anything. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No evidence found yet of ties between Charlie Kirk's shooting and left-wing groups, officials say. 3 people familiar with the federal probe into Kirk's assassination told NBC News that investigators have yet to find a link between the alleged shooter and left-wing groups. I mean, if we know, if that link was found, we'd probably hear about it fucking instantly.
Range shoot
so that's not surprising to me.
With single targets skills, don't use AoE or multi-target skills, so that you don't pull the whole room. Shoot the skeletons.
The link will be DGG. Tom Homan was investigated for accepting $50,000 from undercover FBI agents. Trump's DOJ shut it down. I still think my favorite one. I think my favorite one is the.
There's a fully functioning, vehicle.
Big bull, big bull.
Truck that they never
Put
made
the
work. It's just
skeletons,
rolling
please,
downhill.
So tanks can grab the
It's not just a pusher.
bombs. And do not use your AoE skills here. Kinda useless.
It's not just a pusher.
Yeah, if they have
They
Mirage,
just push and it doesn't move.
unequip it.
We will have a chain on the seats to prevent people from coming in just for the safety. I don't want someone to end up doing something and driving this.
Incredible, you can go through.
This guy scammed hundreds of millions of dollars out of people. And he got convicted for doing so. He had to pay he was ordered to pay $186 million in restitution.
Okay.
Thank God, though.
Help on this
Thank
side.
God.
Shoot the skeletons.
He had a
not
killer
the biggest.
defense attorney.
That works.
Brad
Shoot
Bondi.
The skeletons. No melee on the skeletons.
The brother of Pam Bondi.
No melee
And thank
on the
God that
skeletons.
Milton and his wife donated more than $1.8 million to a fund supporting Donald Trump's re-election. And now that's not related at all to this, but
It launches with
that same
with
Donald
the
Trump
new-
also pardoned him
the new raid.
and gave him full clemency, so he didn't have to pay back any of the $186 million that he was ordered, or $168 million he was supposed to pay back in restitution. Wow, how lucky. Thank you, Ripped, for the $100. I appreciate it. Do my best, buddy. Just a coincidence. Oh, Gonka has a new shirt. Live and let live. Cute. Cuties.
Skeletons, please.
Thank you, PJ Forehead, for the subs. Oh shit, did I miss someone in Twitch chat? Thank you. Oh wait. Thank you, PJ Forehead. Get to 90 subs total on the channel. I love you, buddy. I love you.
Boss Inc.
Noah Smith is
in
like brain
18
broken on. A lot of people are
seconds.
brain broken on the
Do not
cancel culture
stand
thing.
on
Every
the
argument progressives
tanks.
made against the intuitive, broad definition of free speech in 2014
Tanks,
to 2021 is now being
orange
weaponized
and
against
star.
them. No one could have predicted this. It's a total
Do not
surprise.
stack on them.
Phase 2.
Stand on your sides.
Anyway, you could bulk ship to someplace in Europe, so you don't have to pay for like an 80% on top for
Pull it back.
a stupid t-shirt you ship. I have no idea. I don't even ship in Europe.
Pull it back.
So
Don't
the
stand
snippet
on
of
the
recording
tank.
the guru is responding to
Just
a
safely
person's
move, move
yeah,
out
totally.
of the tank spot. Fisher, move
Pathetic.
out.
Than bowing. The only thing more pathetic than bowing down to this thin-skinned autocrat is your collective inability to recognize that he will never be satisfied. Trump is basically a shark preying on him.
Give me 7 TV email perms from some essential emails. Talk to Cryax, I think, in chat. He's been the one usually emailing, and he'll email me and do whatever I'm gonna do.
And you cut off your arm to feed it to him, thinking that he'll be full. And eventually he comes back for the next arm, and then your leg, and then your other leg, and then the rest of your body. And where did that bargain leave you? It left you with nothing. Prey to a predator who smelled blood in the water because you were too stupid, too short-sighted to protect yourself when you had the chance. So my advice to the rest of the media, wake the fuck up. Recognize the moment that we're in, and for fuck's sake, stand for something. Stand for anything. Anything that isn't money. I am so fucking tired of watching every trusted voice in this country expose themselves as a money-starved leech who will sell out anything and everything if it means they can make another buck. ABC should know that we won't forget. On a personal note, I've canceled my Hulu Disney package. They might be desperate to pander to Trump so they can pad their bottom line, but it works both ways. And it's hard to succeed in business without customers. If ABC won't show some sign, then we will, because our money is just as green as everybody else's.
No, you can't avoid this CC. Not really.
Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second you want... I have 24 Trump 2028 hats.
That was a good
His
one
folks keep
overall.
sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
Well, you don't, who spends $200
Looking
million
like it
on a
wouldn't
ballroom
happen
at their
at all
home and then
then,
leaves
yeah.
the house? This is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No, this guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there, January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they weren't a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people say, oh, just Trump being Trump. People actually think this guy's serious about having another election. You think he's joking about 2028? You think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? And he shows them the 2028 hats? He's not being serious? Wake up. You will lose your country. Again, it's not about Democrats. It's about all of us.
You're absolutely convinced he's
I'm absolutely convinced.
2028.
You've seen it. He's tried to steal the last election. He's trying to rig it in plain sight this time. He wants to get rid of vote by mail. He's talking about eliminating voting machines he doesn't like. He's setting up the contours where he can declare a declaration of emergency for anything. Just cause means whatever he just said on Truth Social. He's running the greatest grift operation in world history. I mean, it makes some of these dictators overseas blush, the crypto. Not just the perfume.
True.
I mean, come on.
Let me ask you about a couple of your...
Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
Let me ask you about a couple...
Excuse me, and I know it's impolite. We have to be more calm and demure.
A couple of your own...
But I'm not calm, and I'm not going to submit myself to niceties. Not when this guy's trying to wreck our goddamn country.
Based and Cali pilled. Hell yeah.
The clutch.
What a king. Is this same one in this call? I wonder. 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Entire scam call goes mad. Okay. Here, listen to this. I need to do a phone call. Hopefully it's not this long. I'll be right back.
I got a funny email from Amazon about this absurd product that I bought for way too much money, and I needed to call to cancel and get my money back. This is all too common lately with scammers trying to get you to call them so they can convince you to buy gift cards. So I pretended to be an old lady, buy some gift cards, and right when they thought that they were going to get their money, I take it all away from them.
Don't do nothing. Close it.
Okay. It's
Close it. Close
kind of
it.
hard to
Close
hear what
it.
you're
Don't do
saying.
nothing.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I call them back the next day for a little bit of a surprise as well. Aura.com recently partnered with us, and I'm excited because they make it easy for anyone, whether you're Edna, Nevaeh, or even someone like me, to take better control. That's my rooster. They monitor your credit report, financial accounts, public records, data breaches, and search for anything related to your identity or anything sketchy, and you'll get alerts right away. And sometimes
Can we get a portal to Iron Forge, please?
Folks keep sending me.
Sure.
And you think he's going to run again?
Thanks, Holt. Thanks for the run.
Who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? This is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No, this guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there, January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they weren't a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people said, oh, just Trump being Trump. People actually think this guy's serious about having another election? You think he's joking about 2028? You think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? And he shows them the 2028 hats? He's not being serious? Wake up. You will lose your country. Again, it's not about Democrats. It's about all of us.
So you're absolutely